On the 19th of October 2010, online articles from BBC News and the Belfast Telegraph reported an unprecedented find of American gold coins found in a garden in Hackney.
But who buried them? And why did they never come back to reclaim them?
What is the mystery behind these 80 double eagle $20 coins? Although experts say they were minted between 1854 and 1913, Professor Albrecht Stravinski, investigative archaeologist, insists they were melted down in the late 1930s to disguise their true identity. A small ceremonial golden pyramid created by a pharaoh, Amenhotep IV, also known as Akhenaten. Professor Stravinsky describes this particular pharaoh as an heretical visionary who commanded all other gods be cast aside for the worship of the one true sun god, Aten Ra. The small golden pyramid supposedly had properties to keep the earth in harmony and in a stable orbit around the sun. It may have resembled this artifact, except for a central carving depicting the all-seeing eye of Aten Ra, according to Professor Stravinsky, who has been tracking this artifact most of his life. When Akhenaten died in 1336 BC, the city of Amarna is abandoned as Egypt returns to the old gods. His priests, with his 13-year-old daughter, Ankenspartan, escape with the precious artifact and continue to worship underground for generations. The succeeding pharaohs tolerated this because they believed in the pyramid's celestial properties, and so a secret society was formed dedicated to preserving and protecting the Golden Pyramid. When Alexander the Great discovers this cult during his campaigns in Egypt, they appoint him Lord Protector and crown him Pharaoh at Memphis in 332 BC. However, when Julius Caesar takes control during his first dictatorship in 48 BC, he wants to remove the pyramid, exterminate the protectors, and claim the treasure as his own. Hastily, the protectors escape with the pyramid and other precious items, which together keep the earth, sun, stars, etc. in their rightful place. They used known trade routes that stretched across the Atlantic to the New World. The protectors arrive and are absorbed into the Zapotec and Mixtec cultures, and after 50 years moved to Teotihuacan in central Mexico, whose population had grown to 40,000 around the time of Christ's birth. The secret society reformed and prospered for 900 years until the Toltecs dominated the region and moved the protectors to Tula, where they remained until the fierce Chichimec nomads overthrew their Toltec lords and absorbed the protectors, moving them to Chichen Itza, where they remained until its fall in 1250. Undoubtedly, the Mayans secreted the protectors until the Aztecs founded Tenochtitlan, where the protectors were revered and safely assimilated into their adoptive culture. In 1520, Cortes arrived, destroyed the Aztec Empire, and stole the pyramid from Moctezuma for the King of Spain's pleasure. There were only a handful of the protectors left after the massacre. They did not trust the Spanish and convinced the crown to keep it afloat with the Armada, making the fleet strong with its magical power. March the 1st, 1579. English privateer Sir Francis Drake, on his famous world circumnavigation voyage, overtakes the Spanish ship Nuestra Señora de la Concepción. This ship proved to be Drake's richest plunder. 3 of the protectors had survived the naval battle, one as captain, and told Drake the truth about the artifact. When Drake returned to England on the 26th of September 1580, he presents the treasure and the remaining protectors to Queen Elizabeth I. A new set of protectors, perhaps early Masons, are kept within a family of nobility to continue the rituals of the Atenists. He was duly knighted the following year by the Queen.
Hundreds of years go by. The English protectors believe that the pyramid is the cause of the growth of the British Empire. It becomes symbolic of the secret British establishment and closely guarded.
Just after World War I, the chief protector and keen Egyptologist Arthur Aitken takes the pyramid to Egypt. He compares it with other relics and proves that it was in fact made in Egypt and not Central America as previously believed. Unfortunately, a German Egyptologist steals the pyramid. In order to disguise its appearance, he melts it down into fake $20 American coins. The gold is taken to the young Nazi organization in Germany. Himmler is sending agents out to gather such occult and mystical objects to line his proposed SS temple. The Nazis hate Masons and want to break up those powerful secret societies, absorbing their power for themselves. As World War II is ending, British protectors are on the lookout for the pyramid. On a tip-off, they find Himmler hiding. But by the time a protector officer turns up, Himmler is dead and the coins of the pyramid have disappeared. A common British Tommy, Sergeant Costello, has the gold and the secrets told to him by Himmler. All he wanted was to sell the gold back in England, but over time he gets paranoid and fearful, so he buries it. Protectors, now often senior policemen, track down any soldiers they think could have stolen the gold. Sergeant Costello is under pressure. 1960, and Sergeant Costello lives in Shoreditch. He gets in touch with a contact of the Cray twins. He tells the Crays the story and offers them the gold. All he wants is a little money and to be free of the pyramid. Sergeant Costello is murdered soon after by parties unknown. The Crays become aware that they really have got something the establishment want. The Crays have a bent policeman living in Stoke, Newington. They give it to him to hide. He doesn't know the full significance of the gold. The cop buries it out the back of the station he works at, thinking no one will look there. The Crays are sent to jail. They will not disclose where the coins are. The bent cop is killed soon after during a botched operation to foil a bank raid. Some 40 to 45 years later, two people with autistic tendencies and their support workers discover the gold by accident whilst digging a frog pond in 2007. The Museum of London and British Museum take possession of the coins. 3 years pass by. Despite the finders' continued attempts to keep up to date with the find, they are not given proper information. The law clearly states that if the find is over 300 years old, it will usually be declared treasure. The finders and landowners will then get equal shares unless there are disputes. Anything under 300 years, however, in this case, can be declared as treasure trove. But it has to be proven that the find was hidden with the intention of recovery and that the owner or his heirs cannot be traced. By law, the process from reporting the find to payment should be no longer than 1 year.
So why have the museums stalled the process? Are they looking for a way to appropriate the find? The finders eventually have to force an inquest.
Her Majesty's Coroner for Inner North London, Dr. Andrew Scott Reed, announced in a press release on the 18th of October 2010 for anyone to come forward and claim ownership. And who could make such claims of ownership? A Stoke Newington policeman's descendant? Experts say the coins were buried in a Woolworths jar dating to the 1960s. This overlaps to Professor Stravinski's theory of the Golden Pyramid. Will the coins be claimed by the US Federal Reserve as stolen gold? One thing is sure, these coins are worth in the region of 6 figures. According to Dr. Barry Cook of the British Museum, Department of Coins and Medals, he reports the 80 coins are all gold $20 pieces of the United States, issued between 1854 and 1913. The coins are thus all the same denomination, introduced in this form in 1850, and were struck to the same standard, 90% gold, used from 1837 until the end of US gold coinage in 1933. If Professor Albrecht Stravinski is correct, then this treasure is ancient and historic and beyond a monetary value to the people of this planet. The state may use a technicality to seize the gold. Then it can be returned to the protectors and melted back into the pyramid once again. This will ensure, given the right ceremonies, that the Earth survives the Mayan-Aztec 2012 convergence of prophecies, and Britain has a damn fine Olympics, at least in terms of no volcanoes, earthquakes or tsunamis, and a celebration of athletic skill, speed and dexterity.